for the American national anthem. Please be standing.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you very much, Brother Raymond. He knows that he's the only one I know how to do it. The national anthem of Guinea. Can I call in Miss Bernadette? She's not. All right. Can you please stand up and you will sing Guinea national anthem loud?
I want to thank Brother Dosso for asking me to join you here today. I want to thank all the dignitaries for joining us, because I know this is such an important opportunity for us to come together as people of African descent. As the director of the Africana Institute, I like to always take the opportunity to connect with my brothers and sisters from wherever we are, because we have to realize that we are all family. We are all connected. And it's up to us to understand our connection. Our connections stem from something that is so great that we sometimes miss how great our connections are. Our connections are connected all the way down from our feet, down to the sole of the bottom of our feet, through the soil down to the center of the earth, and back up to wherever you're standing. So there is never an opportunity or a chance for us to be unconnected. But it's our responsibility to realize that the core of the earth, the thing that draws us to the bottom, that we stand here, that we call gravity, that pulls us together, is the thing that connects us as African people. And yes, we are all Africans. It doesn't matter if you're from Jamaica, if you're from Haiti, if you're from the United States, or if you're from Trinidad, or if you're from Guinea, or if you're from Ghana, or if you're from South Africa. We are all Africans. Amen. Ashe, and all the other greetings that you got. We are all Africans. We need to understand that at the core of our being, that our greatness resonates when we recognize the power of understanding that we're connected. If we allow ourselves to be disconnected, our greatness goes out, but it's waiting for us. The ancestors have been calling us, and so they call me here to call you to connect with them so that we understand the greatness that is here today. This is a great opportunity for us to connect, because some people pour alcohol out of water because water is the spirit, the thing that runs through us and makes that fine connection. It's the cycle that is there. And so we pour water for libations. And as we pour the water, I ask you just to say Ashe, or whatever it is that you would like to say, but I typically say Ashe. Libations is an opportunity for us to connect with the ancestors. And so, wherever we all do this, whether you're in Newark, Los Angeles, or in somewhere on the continent, somewhere in the islands, we all pour libations. Some of us know what it is, and some of us don't, but we do it anyway. So we must all reconnect with our understanding of what it is and how great we are as a people. And so those folks who came thousands and thousands of years ago, do you know in fact that they just found some relics of some Africans in South Africa that is 130,000 years old? Some paint that some brothers and sisters were using 130,000 years ago. So we know that we've been doing great things. We didn't just jump out of the bush, as some people would like you to think. We've been doing great things for thousands of years. Ashe? We have been creating greatness for thousands of years. Ashe? The greatness that we have must be understood, that we have to recreate that greatness so that the young folks who come after us will know that the greatness that came before them is still embedded within us today. Ashe? We need to make sure that these rooms are filled up with the youth, because the youth are the ones who are going to continue the things that you all do, the things that we all do. The youth are the ones who come from and still have that tight connection with the ancestors. They say that the ancestors, that the youth connect with the elders in ways that sometimes people in the middle don't understand, because the youth are coming from where the elders are headed. And so there's this bond between the youth and the elders that helps us to understand that we are connected, not just in place to place, but in space and time. Ashe? That we understand that brothers and sisters on the continent created some things, whether it was in ancient Kemet writing systems. We've been writing for thousands of years. We've been documenting what we do for thousands of years, and we have to realize we have to reclaim Kemet, because they tried to take Egypt or Kemet out of Africa. They tried, if you look at any museum, they would show you that Kemet is somewhere else outside of it. And the Greeks called it Egypt, but Africans called it Kemet. So for those of you who don't know, Kemet is Egypt, which is actually part of Sudan and all other parts of that northeastern part of Africa. And so all of those connected pieces are things that we need to understand the connections. We need to understand the connections of the Akan to those in ancient Kemet, because the Akan say that that's where they came from. And so that these migration patterns that led to Africans being in places where we are today, that we have these names that we use today, that most of this is a modern invention. That before the 1884-85 Berlin Conference, that we as African people had different configurations. We had different ideas about where we belong, what our nation states were. But we always knew that we were Africans. Ashe? And then we have these brothers and sisters who speak different languages, but the languages are things that can push us apart. Because we know that even in the source of our dietary things, the things that we eat, the ways we dance, if you saw the sisters dancing here, that dance is done all over the place. I just saw a documentary where it was in the Honduras, in South America. They're dancing like the sisters were dancing here today, showing that connection between Africa and Africans in the diaspora. Ashe? So we know that whatever we need to do, we need to think about our spiritual, our physical, and all the ways that we connect together. That we need to understand that there's nothing that anyone can do to separate us, because the binding factor is within our greatness. And the other thing we want to realize is that the ways in which we're connected is also through the legacy of those who went in either the Arab slave trade or the Africans, the European slave trade. So that those brothers and sisters who died in those passages, they are the ones that are waiting for us to bring about the greatness that they envisioned. They envisioned moving beyond something that was torturous and oppressive to something that was great. They aspired to be able to read, write, and create in ways that it's our responsibility to create. We are the ones that they were waiting for, Ashe. They were waiting for us to think outside the box. They want us to create our pyramids for today. What are the pyramids today that Guinea, that South Africa, that Africans in America and in Jamaica and wherever, what are the pyramids that we're making today that people are going to be looking at 10,000, 3,000, 4,000 years down the line? What are they going to be looking at then that says that we were here today doing great things? Ashe? Because we know how to do it because they gave us the intellect. They gave us the insight on how to do it. And so we must just call upon those great things that we've already done so that we can continue to do that which we've done in the past. And once we understand that we have the ability to do that which was great in the past again, that we will succeed in all the things that we were succeeding. We will no longer have conflict because our conflict comes from someplace else. We need to not let someone else dictate the terms of our relationship, because those dictations create conflict and tension, and so we haven't been able to excel in the way we want to. But if we rely on the greatness of who we are and the foundation that connects us from the core of the earth back up to the present, then we will have that. Ashe? And last but not least, I want to say that let us today call here today those who you know who are the ones who are your ancestors, who are our ancestors, who are bringing our greatness here and are helping us to do the things that we need to do. We need to call their names. So let me hear you call their names out. Ashe? No, you don't understand. We have got to call their names. If you don't call their names, they do not hear us. Call their names out. Let me hear you call their names. Ashe? 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 Let them hear you. They bring their spirit here today. Ashe? Let that flag ring out so that they see it all the way out to California. Let them feel the power of who you are right here, right now, today. Ashe.
Bob Marley.
Ashe. Yes, Ashe. Ashe.
Tupac.
And for all those whose names have not been named, we say Ashe. 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 Thank you very much.
Does it all the time. Like I say, he's the director of the African Institute at Essex County College, and he's also the chair of the Newark African Commission Education Committee. Right, we will move toward the program again. I want to call up Honorable Fethi Zika, director of the Newark Fire Department, representing the mayor.
Good evening, honorable guests. We start off with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. To my Arabic brothers and sisters, Islamic brothers and sisters, to my Christian brothers and sisters, may God bless you, may God keep you, may you stay safe in God's arms and in His embodied heart. I'm here representing the city of Newark and our honorable mayor, the honorable Mayor Corey Booker. Our great mayor is happy. He's overwhelmed. He's pleased to see that such a great nation a nation celebrating 53 years, a nation whose independence, October 3rd, 1958, is now being celebrated here in the city of New York. Each and every time you raise that flag, if you know history, you understand that when you raise a flag, as your anthem states, it talks about the liberty and the freedom and the unity that you've established. So when we raise your flag, and here in the city of New York, it's establishing the liberty, unity, and togetherness and brotherhood that we respect of you. So on behalf of our honorable mayor, on behalf of our honorable citizens, on behalf of our brothers and sisters, I welcome you. I'm pleased to be here for you. And I'm not just speaking to you, I'm also speaking to the 10+ million brothers and sisters of your nation. I'm also speaking to all our African brothers and sisters throughout the world. Have a great evening. Thank you for inviting me. And the mayor again welcomes you. I'd like to give a special greeting, of course, to our representative representing from Washington, the Honorable Ambassador, our sister. I'm sorry, let me make sure I'm saying it right. Kisi Aminita Koita. It's a pleasure and honor to have you here with you and your contingency. And we thank you for making this distance, making this travel to make this event a success. One last thing. We've heard many languages here. English. Your major language is French. We've also heard Arabic. But the language that your country is known for is the language of their dance, the language of their feet. This universal language of dance that has enthralled us this evening. It's an incredible, incredible event. We've done this many nights. We've done this many times, but to see our country, and I say it's mine too because I'm just an African born in America, but to see our country, to see our dance, it's very overwhelming and very pleasing. Again, I thank you. I thank you. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Newark Fire Department. Everybody. Now I want to call up a wonderful young lady, the one actually who initiated the whole thing. She the one that sent me a letter saying that she wanted the flag of Guinea to be raised. She often volunteered with Newark African Commission, but her mama, which I call Tante Yebe, which is right here from Allet, has been a very, very catalyst with the African Commission. She's been involved, active member, and I would say the reason why we grant it and we push the agenda toward the municipal council and to have the city host this event, I would say the truth mainly is because of her. I have to be honest with you. As a leader of the community, I'd like to tell you that most of the leaders who are here, Guinean leaders who are here in the community, really are not loyal to the African Commission. Oftentimes we come and then they do not come. And most of the time they receive all the services we do, whether it's a soccer field, last minute or but this is not for me. This is about Africa. And if we don't come together, try to claim our seat on the table, trust me, America will move with or without us. So we need to really realize that raising the flag of an African country is wonderful. Before it used to be based on an Arab country to raise their flag. Since the commission was created, every time there's a country has independence, we raise the flag. I'm from Cote d'Ivoire, born and raised in Cote d'Ivoire, but I love Guinea. I love Guinea because of the history. I love the leaders and the Pan-Africanists. Love the tightness. And Guinea is the richest place in West Africa, period. So I want Guinea to be developed so I can go there. So I want to go have all the people in Guinea. I mean, when Guinea had its belongings in the election, I was happy. Why? Because I want to go to Guinea. I'm not lying to you because I know it's rich. It can be developed. And it's going to take all the Africans to do it. So be proud of yourself. This organization is for us. The African Commission, I mean, look around you. Your community organization is limited. This is powerful. It's a part of the city government. Whether I am the leader or not, it will always be there. So, be proud of yourself. Go online, www.africancommission.org. Join in and read for yourself. Please change a little bit of your behavior. We're working hard for you. So you got to work hard for yourself too. One hand wash the other. So don't just look at us and working around what we're doing. We're just passionate about our country. So we want you to join us. Be involved. Doesn't matter if we live in Chicago, we have members from Washington, members in New York. So this is it. Thank you so much. I want to call on Kadiati Fatiga. She's a wonderful lady, very intelligent, smart. She wanted Guinea to have a flag raised, and we did it for her.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Doso. Good evening. Honorable members of the Council, Mr. Council President, respected members of the Office of Neighborhood Engagement and the Newark African Commission, honorable dignitaries, Mr. Council General, Madame Koika, respected members of the community, my fellow compatriots, and cherished friends of Guinea. My name is Kadiatu Fadiga. My title has been an honor and inspiration, and I would like to thank the Miss Guinea USA organization for giving me this unforgettable experience. It has been phenomenal witnessing communities mobilize for such an achievement and recognition of our beautiful country of Guinea. Each and every person here has contributed positively in one way or another, and that demonstrates the power of solidarity and partnership. It proves that we choose to focus on our similarities and qualities that link us together, rather than the differences. We are able to achieve the unimaginable. One group that truly amazed me was the youth of Guinea. These young leaders are prepared to change and bring our country into a new era, and I applaud you for your courage and undying patriotism. Today, we are all Guineans, regardless of our origin. I, myself, am a Guinean of two ethnic groups. My mother from Labe, and my father's origin from Kankam. We all have the same vision, and we wish for our country. We want a better future. It is possible. We don't have to wait for the world to change. We can start by giving a helping hand to our neighbors. You and I, we can do this. We are more than capable. Having witnessed many different flag raising ceremonies by many different countries, I've always asked myself, why not Guinea? What must the country do to receive such an honor? I did some research and discovered that all one must do is ask. I also found that if a flag raising ceremony were to be held for Guinea, it would be the first to happen in the United States. So in my letter of request to the President of the African Commission, Doso Kasibo, which I could not thank with words, his cooperation has truly been the force behind this entire initiative. Thank you. I explained to him not only my discoveries, but the significance of such a recognition. A flag is a nation's honor, pride, and symbol. And having it raised and recognized by the great city of Newark in the United States is a positive step forward to a collective idea of change, progression, patriotism, and reconciliation. As a community, we are coming together in celebration of our country's spirit into peace, solidarity, and dignity, and remembrance. West Africa is a region that is exceptionally rich in history, tradition, culture, and diversity, among other qualities. But sadly, our homeland is too often depicted as an area plagued by violence, war, disease, and ethnic dissonance. Our Guinea has been in obscurity for too long, and I want to shed light on its most valuable contributions to humanity. Our people, our story, our potential, and our perpetual perseverance. As a Guinean born in the USA, and anyone here tonight, we are blessed with an opportunity. We have security and liberty. We are able to mature as capable individuals and better ourselves in this world. I believe that every woman should be in an environment emphasis on each woman's worth. Women are capable of the immeasurable. It is difficult for any individual to realize their full potential without life's most basic needs: security, health, and balance. Once upon a time, as legend has it, when a European man first arrived on the shores of our land, he met a humble Susu fisherman. Intrigued by its striking geography, the European pointed out to the nature and asked the Susu, "What do you call this land?" The Susu looked in the direction of the man's finger and asserted, "Guinea." Guinea. The word Guinea in Susu means woman. His finger pointing in the direction where a woman stood, understood to the fisherman that he was asking women. Women are sustainers, pillars, and cornerstones. By empowering and educating our women, we would ultimately educate our entire posterity and advance a society as a whole. When you educate a woman, you educate a family, and in turn you educate the nation. Every minute of every day, one woman dies in pregnancy or complications during childbirth. An estimated 92 million girls of 10 years or older have undergone female genital mutilation in Africa alone. Thousands of young women live with diseases such as VVF due to violent rapes, unsanitary conditions, and adolescent pregnancies. Whether it is one of our mothers in San Nuevo Guinea, or daughters in Mali, or even our sisters in Bukuku, Nigeria, too many of our precious women are dying from completely preventable health issues. One's health is not only categorized by physical aspects alone. Psychological, sociological, and environmental components play a substantial role in an individual's well-being. As a women's health and education advocate, I like to ensure that as many women that I can possibly help are offered a similar opportunity to what I am given. Women should have access to healthcare, as is a vital necessity in our modern world. A woman's well-being also increases her self-esteem and confidence, with which permit her to blossom into a model member in her society. I firmly believe that a person is able to focus on ameliorating or bettering themselves and their character in life's necessities, and life necessities are granted to them. If one less thing is to think about is eliminated, only then will a woman become able to focus on herself. At Miss Diversity, I like to witness strong Ghanaian women, youth, and the great people of our blessed country rise above any circumstance with dignity, pride, and honor. God willing, let's continue to work hand in hand, blind to our differences, in patriotism and respect, to lead our Guinea into the next era. And one last thing I would like to say is that this wouldn't be possible without the help of the Newark African Commission and Doso Kasibu. And as Africans, we are taught to support one another. Maybe one day they may need our support. So it is our duty to support one another, support the African Commission, so that we become a force here in America, because we only have each other here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right. What a speech. Can you please give one more round of applause, please, for her? Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. That was a misgiving. So we're going to now go on with the program. I'm going to, before going to the ladies for the poem, all right, we're going to have a little slight interlude poem over Zubeida Sila. Is Zubeida Sila here? She got to recite the poem.
It's Zubeida Sila, and I am proudly standing before you today to read you a poem about Africa. Enjoy. The Dark Continent. Africa, my land, my heart, my eternal, and my inspiration. Africa, my beginning. Africa, my aim. I was born there, and I will die there. Africa, Africa, you bear my hopes and fears. Poverty, famine, crime, and aid are words which display Mother Africa's name. These demonstrate me shame. While people try to make Africa better, a few let the hardship overpower. Shame on them. Where are you, Africa? Someone asked me. Let me tell them where you are. You are between Pacific and Indian Ocean, made of fishes. More than that, you were in the center of my spirit. They give up hope and go about their lavish ways, even though there is hope in the ocean, be that as it may. They continue to destroy what little Mother Africa had. Africa is no longer what she was. Mother Africa is whipping, yet the new down may be creeping. Mother Africa and her children are beautiful. They know their place in nature. Even though hardship may corrupt through nature, in the name of all that is good, I hope Africa will rise one day, and I believe it will. Then words upon the famous poem I hear. Africa is my beginning, Africa is my end. I was born there and I will die there. Africa is in me. I am where Africa is. Thank you.
On images. Now, I want to speak a little bit about the relationship between Guinea and the United States. The first Guinean ambassador to the United States was Diallo Deli, and he came here in 1959. He was
the African Commission of Newark, Honorable Member of the Council, Municipal Council of Newark, Brothers and gentlemen, special guests, this is an honor for us to be here today. In this occasion of a flag raising of our country is here in Newark. This was organized with the initiative of our daughter, Kariadu. And we really salute her for this initiative. And we ask you to please applaud very highly for her. Please give her a high round of applause. I'm here tonight to speak on behalf of Toure, the ambassador and a nation, permanent mission of Guinea to the United Nations. Amame Toure will have been here, the ambassador will have been here tonight, but because of the elections in the Security Council, he couldn't come tonight. So he asked me to come and speak on his behalf. This is a pride to see our flag floating in Newark this evening. The flag that floated here tonight is a symbol of our sovereignty. So I was saying that this flag is a symbol of our sovereignty. It is also the symbol of our unity. We only saw one flag of Guinea, one flag of the Republic of Guinea. This is a proof that Guinea is a nation which is united. One nation, all the men and the women of Guinea, all the children of Guinea have the same duty.
Normalement, devrait avoir le même objectif qui est celui de faire de la Guinée un paradis sur terre.
All the son of Guinea should have the only one objective to make of Guinea a paradise on earth. 53 years of independence. This is now 53 days. It is not enough. It is not enough. It is not enough to build a decent democracy. America is an example. We built democracy in many years, 200. So compare our country to the United States of America. A nation was trying to find its way. And we have a hope. We have a hope that the light. We have a hope for the light. We have a hope that the democracy that actually came to Guinea will allow Guinea to move forward faster now, have a faster pace toward development. Our country, I have to tell you, has suffered greatly. Our people have suffered enough. But this is a part of life. We have to try all our best together to move Guinea forward, to move our people forward, so that they can come out of suffering. The flag I just floated, this is a symbol to unite us. And I believe that this flag can take us together, to move forward together. This flag will put us through the great future. Develop Guinea and they come out of misery. We have to make sure that Guinea becomes a country like another country where it's good to live, where all the Guineans are living in solidarity, where we can, despite our division, political ideology, come together, just thinking about the country we live in. United States of America is an example. This is a big example for democracy, which is not possible in Africa. This is I'm calling on you, a brotherhood as a patriot from Guinea, so that together we can give them to him and advance the cause of Guinea. This is the message of solidarity, friendship, brotherhood. And then I'm transmitting this message to you on behalf of the ambassador. I'm saying thank you to the African Commission, the Newark Municipal Council, the City of Newark, Central, our young sister, Kadiatou Fatiga. And then we have this initiative. This is a great example. And the Guineans will have this idea to come together again, raise the flag of the country. We have the same denominator. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Touré, Almami Barbara. Thank you so much for the mission of the Republic of Guinea in the United Nations. I'm going to go. Our next speaker, Madame Koita Aja Aminata, Deputy to the Guinea Ambassador, Washington, D.C. She represents. Really, before coming, I didn't have enough information. I'm very impressed. That is the city of Newark. That the Guineans are well known and well respected. Because when you go somewhere, people ask you questions. Guinea, what's Guinea? Guinea-Bissau? Guinea-Equatorial Guinea? New Guinea? Where? Now, you are compelled to given the history, Sekou Touré trying to define Africa, drawing the map. I say thank you to the Newark, city of Newark. I say thank you to our young daughter. And I'm very sure that you are kind of confused that with the representative from a Guinea ambassador to the United Nations, another representative from a Guinea ambassador to Washington. So two representatives. I know you kind of like a surprise. Don't be surprised. Because we want to just give a particular twist to this ceremony. The Guinean ambassador to the United States, the Guinean ambassador to the United Nations, they all say that it was important that they bring people to represent them here tonight. Because this is not given to every country to be represented and respected in such a way. Guineans love Guinea. Guineans love Guinea, so we are here today. I'm not the only one, I'm also the Secretary of the Culture Affairs. Mr. Bade Abdurrahman is also here for Washington. Mr. Representative of the Mayor, Ziad Fatih. Honorable Bernard Payne, Junior President of the Municipal Council. I wanted to know, is it the son of Bernard Payne? The Payne we know. Yeah, I'm very, very happy because I met your father, his father. 2010, Washington, D.C. And then I'll also make the son today. This is not given to all the diplomats here. I'm honored. Ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Council of Newark,
chers organisateurs, chers collègues, chers compatriotes et amis,
colleagues, patriots, and friends,
mesdames et messieurs,
ladies and gentlemen,
permettez-moi, au nom de son Excellence, M. Blaise Chérif,
let me thank on behalf of Excellency Sheriff
de la République de Guinée aux États-Unis,
of the Republic of Guinea to the United States,
de vous remercier pour l'honneur
say thank you for the honor
et le choix
and the choice,
porté sur mon pays
the choice of Guinea
par l'organisation de cette belle cérémonie.
to organize such a wonderful ceremony.
Merci aux initiateurs,
Thank you so much for the initiative.
merci aux organisateurs,
Thank you to the organizers.
merci au palais, à la troupe Guinée-Kunda.
Thank you so much to Jiri
Je
Kuna.
vais prendre son adresse parce que je l'ai
I will take an address because I'm going to need it.
à la prochaine semaine de l'Afrique le 26 mai 2020.
Next week, 26th of this month, something's going on, she will need it.
La Guinée que l'on célèbre aujourd'hui
Guinea will celebrate it today
est un pays d'une superficie de 245
at
157 km².
Guinea has a 255, 87, 8057 square mile.
Elle est limitée au nord par la Guinée-Bissau,
On north we have the Guinea-Bissau as a
le
border,
Sénégal,
the Senegal,
le Mali,
and the Mali,
au sud par la Sierra Leone,
south by Sierra Leone,
et le Libéria,
and Liberia,
à l'est par la Côte d'Ivoire,
east Ivory Coast, Côte
à
d'Ivoire,
l'ouest par l'océan Atlantique.
west the Atlantic Ocean.
La République de Guinée
The Republic of Guinea
a été proclamée le jeudi 2 octobre
was proclaimed
1958.
Thursday, October 2nd, 1958.
Et cela nous fait 53 ans
This is now 53 years
en cette année 2011.
in 2011.
La République de Guinée compte environ 10 millions d'habitants aujourd'hui.
There are about 10 million in Guinea.
Les ressources naturelles sont abondantes,
Natural resources are skyrocketing.
ce qui fait dire que la Guinée est un standard géologique.
That tells you that Guinea is a geological scale, which means rich,
En ce sens que tous les métaux rares,
which means that all the
le nord,
We have our natural resources,
le
gold,
bauxite,
bauxite,
le fer,
iron,
le diamant.
diamond.
Tous ces métaux rares
All these natural resources,
s'y trouvent en qualité et en quantité impressionnante.
all these natural resources are in Guinea in abundance for high quality.
Et cela dans chaque région naturelle.
This in every region.
Comme nous l'a décrit M. Suleiman Diallo de Pointe.
As the historian Suleiman Diallo just said,
Château d'eau de l'Afrique de l'Ouest,
it is the beacon of West Africa.
la Guinée dispose d'un potentiel hydroélectrique important.
Guinea has a hydroelectric potential for energy,
Mais non valorisé.
but it's not used. It's not developed.
Le coût d'investissement
Investing,
coûte
the call of investment
entre le nouveau code minier
on the mining
sont attractifs
are very attractive
pour permettre aux opérateurs économiques
to help multinational companies
et aux bailleurs de fonds
and then investors
d'être rassurés
to be reassured,
ainsi que les Guinéens de l'étranger
and also the Guineans in the diaspora
de participer
to participate
à la grande construction de l'économie.
in the rebuilding of the Guinean economy, mining.
Il
Dear representative of the mayor,
y a beaucoup de défis à relever en Guinée,
we have a lot of challenges
mais
to
les
overcome in
Guinéens
Guinea.
sont préparés
But the Guineans are ready.
avec l'aide de Dieu.
They are ready with the help of God.
La Guinée sera au rendez-vous du développement
Guinea you will be a rendezvous
et de la modernité.
in the development and modernization.
La voie choisie par la Guinée et les Guinéens
The path chosen by Guinea and the Guineans,
est celle de la démocratie
this is the path of democracy
et de la prospérité.
and the prosperity, economic prosperity.
Nous remercions encore une fois
We say thank you again,
la mairie de New York,
the city of Newark,
tous les Guinéens vivant dans cette
all the
agglomération,
Guineans living here in this tri-state,
notre sœur et notre fille
our daughter and our sister
qui a eu cette belle initiative
who have the idea
pour ce jour,
to initiate today,
le 21 octobre 2011,
October 21st, 2011,
qui a vu ici,
where the Guinean flag was raised.
ce beau pays
This is a wonderful
et
country,
riche pays
rich country,
en francophone africain.
a francophone Africa.
Le rouge, jaune, vert, comme vous l'avez vu sur le drapeau.
Red, yellow, I'll say gold, and the green that you see on the flag.
Le rouge est le symbole du
The
sang
red.
des martyrs guinéens.
This is like a symbol of blood shed for the mortal.
Le jaune
The gold
est le symbole de la richesse de ce sol.
is a symbol of the Guinea's natural resources.
Et le vert
The green,
est le symbole de la verdure.
this is like the green of the Guinea.
Ce jour, mes chers amis et frères,
This day, brothers and sisters,
s'inscrire en lettres capitales
this will be marked in the capital letters
dans la vie de toute la communauté guinéenne,
in the life of every Guinean
vivant aux États-Unis,
here living in the diaspora in
la
America,
culture,
that the culture,
le folklore,
the folklore,
la cuisine,
the cuisine,
l'habillement
the dress
soit célébré et magnifié ce soir.
will be celebrated tonight. I say thank you very much for having me. Wow. Wow. Merci. Thank you so much. By the way,
Union County for you. And, you know, when I got here today, I wanted to make sure I was in the right place. I got here a little early. I got here at about 5:15. I wasn't sure I was in the right place, and someone handed me a sign-in sheet. So I wanted to make sure I was in the right place, and I looked at the sign-in sheet, and the name before me said Jallo. The name before that said Jallo. The name before that said Jallo. The name before that said Jallo. Right? And they were all spelled differently, by the way. Jallo with the W, and the way I spelled it with an H. So I figured out I was definitely in the right place. You know, as an elected official, I have the opportunity to travel all over the state and attend various celebrations for the flag raisers. Today, in fact, I was at an event and someone came to me and said, Jallo, that's a really unique name. Right? How many people in here feel that that's a unique name? How many people in here named Jallo? Or his grandparents named Jallo, or father's name? Okay, so but it's, you know, it brings me great pleasure to be able to attend an event today that can make me feel like I'm at home, and that's not an occasion that always happens. So I want to do three things, because I know you guys want to see people dancing more, and I'm not actually on the program, so I only have a short amount of time to speak. But one thing I always do and I must do is I just honor my parents, Mr. Chairman Abdullah Banjalo and Bernice Montée. Without them, I wouldn't be here, so I have to honor them. And then secondly, I'm here today because I received a phone call from my younger cousin, who you all have had the opportunity to see. I want her to stand one more time. She called me on the phone and told me that I must be here. I've seen her grow from very little to now, and if you've known her as long as I've known her, you're not surprised that she's one of the people responsible for coordinating this event today. Ms. Bodyguard, would you please stand up and stand? The third thing I'm going to do is apologize to my Tante Evan for not being able to address everybody in French despite the many hours of French lessons that you gave to me. And I want to apologize to you for that. I'm so proud to be here today to celebrate this day with you. I'm proud to be in a country where you're allowed to celebrate, right? To celebrate another nation's attributes, accomplishments, and independence. And I'm also proud to be from a country that's worth celebrating, and that's Guinea, right? So I'm going to leave you really quickly. I'm going to be very short, but I'm going to say one thing. I was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey. My father was born in Sierra Leone. Right? But when people ask me where I come from, I begin that story with laughter. Thank you.
So we're going to see how good you really are, because now you're going to have to go from English to French. Edifice that is over 100 years old now, our Newark City Walls.
C'est un honneur d'être ici aujourd'hui, dans ce magnifique endroit qui fait plus de 100 ans.
We are here this evening
Sommes ici ce soir
on this auspicious occasion to honor a country
pour honorer un pays
that is the same age as I am.
qui a le même âge que moi.
I don't normally admit that, but on this great
Normalement, je ne
occasion,
parle pas de ça, mais aujourd'hui, pour que cette occasion spéciale,
to have been born the same year as your nation,
j'étais né la même année que la nation était née.
they all think I'm as young as Cory Booker, but I'm a little older. So
On va penser que je suis plus jeune que le Booker, mais je suis plus young.
don't tell him.
Mais je ne le dis pas.
But on these occasions
À cette occasion,
that we've had the opportunity to have flag raising,
nous avons eu l'occasion de la flag de ce pays.
as it's been stated earlier this evening,
Comme je l'ai dit au départ,
never have we been honored by dignitaries of your magnitude.
j'ai jamais été honoré par des dignitaires comme vous.
Never have we had young people
On n'a jamais vu des jeunes diriger, initier cet événement.
Never have we had the dancing and the joy that
On
we
n'a
saw.
jamais vu cette danseuse, cette joie fabuleuse.
And we've done this on many occasions.
On a fait la montée du drapeau à plusieurs occasions.
So that says to me that Guinea is a special
Ce
nation.
qui me dit que la Guinée est une nation spéciale.
A nation of pride,
Une nation de fierté,
a nation of determination,
une nation qui a beaucoup de détermination,
and a nation that honors its people
une nation qui honore son peuple.
in a manner of showing that everyone is important.
Et c'est montrer que tout le monde est important.
And as it was discussed, as the United States as a democracy,
Comme l'Amérique l'a dit, la démocratie
as an example,
est un exemple.
I do feel that the United States is the greatest nation
On pense, et moi je pense que l'Amérique est la nation, la meilleure nation du monde.
Because it allows anyone that
Parce que l'Amérique donne le droit à tout le monde
to work hard or has a
de
great
travailler
idea to excel in this
pour
nation.
accéder, pour exceller.
Peoples that look like us have not necessarily had
Des gens qui nous ressemblent,
the most advantage,
mais qui sont désavantageux.
but it was finally realized when we were able to elect
Mais
Barack Hussein
on
Obama
a réalisé qu'on a pu élire Barack Hussein Obama,
President of the United States.
président des États-Unis.
So the experiment does work.
Donc l'expérimentation, vraiment, est vraie, que l'Amérique donne le droit à tout.
But I remind you to take the best of our democracy because there are a lot
Je
of
voudrais vous
things
dire
about this nation
de aussi essayer de faire la démocratie. Parce qu'il y a beaucoup aussi au niveau de l'Amérique qui n'est pas bon. À l'Amérique, il y a crime.
But the greatness of this nation is that I'm able to stand up here.
Mais ce qui fait l'Amérique aussi, c'est que moi je peux m'arrêter ici devant vous et dire ça avec liberté.
So I just want to, on this occasion,
Je voudrais, profiter de cette occasion,
as Freeholder Jala,
dire à Diallo, freeholder, M. Diallo,
you know, we started about 5:15 or 5:30, and mostly everyone was here,
on a commencé à 5h30.
which I often talk about as I've moved on into these ceremonies.
Depuis 5h30, nous sommes ici, on avance dans le programme.
I have what I call the diaspora clock.
J'ai la montre du diaspora.
And let me say
Attendez, je vous dis,
that Guinea
je vous dis que la Guinée,
is doing very well.
la Guinée, vraiment, elle est magnifique. Elle est séculaire. Parce que c'est pas l'heure africaine.
Because it was only 5:15 or 5:30, if it had been Liberian, it would
Si j'étais le bureau, par exemple,
have been 8 o'clock.
parce que le programme avait commencé à 8h de la nuit.
For the Nigerians, it's 7.
Les Nigériens, à 7h,
So in terms of the diaspora clock,
sur le hôtel de la montre de diaspora, la Guinée est la première.
and let me just point out one other thing.
Laissez-moi vous dire,
In looking over the information on your nation, it is amazing the wealth of natural resources that you
vraiment avec l'information qu'on a vue, la Guinée est riche.
do not live in the city of Newark for each of you. So, Council General, would you please join us?
Madame Goïta, s'il vous plaît, venez. Le planteur, M. Touré, s'il vous plaît. Kadiatou, Fatiga.
And it's from the City of Newark Municipal Council hereby issues this resolution for your unwavering commitment towards improving the quality of life for all the residents of this nation through your many contributions provided to the residents of the City of Newark of Guinea descent and the community at large. The governing body joins with the members of this august body in celebration of your first annual flag raising ceremony in the City of Newark to commemorate your 53rd anniversary of independence on October 21st, 2011. Congratulations. I just really have been really impressed when I saw you sitting upstairs. I realized that you were probably a beauty pageant queen. It wasn't hard to tell that she was a beauty pageant queen, but you know, you're so much more than that. You are an inspiration to your nation and such a wonderful representative. For your beauty and your brains, we commemorate you on this day. God bless you.
Well, before he goes back to his seat, and just like I said, Council President will be helping us with everything. From the Donald Payne Jr., Newark Municipal Council President, in recognition of your dedicated and unconditional support of the African Commission and the welfare of the African diaspora community, the Newark African Commission. Thank you so much.
Même pas expliquer mes émotions. Le peuple guinéen est venu nombreux. La culture de la Guinée a été reconnue ce soir en fierté et ça nous a mis en honneur. Et je remercie tous d'être venus ici ce soir. Vraiment merci. Merci. Cet événement-là, je suis sûre et certain qu'il y aura une l'année prochaine. Et on veut que ça soit plus que ça. Le flag racing, qu'on soit reconnu dans tous les États, dans tout le pays, que la Guinée soit connue et qu'on célèbre dans ce moment-là partout. Parce que vraiment c'est un honneur et ça me donne la fierté. Et à l'heure là, j'ai la chair. Vraiment, je suis vraiment heureuse. Ce que je pourrais donner à mon peuple guinéen, c'est d'être réunis, comme je le dis. Il faut qu'on soit une force ici aux États-Unis. Tu as vu, on peut le faire. C'est juste une manière, une procédure de demander et de penser et de réfléchir. On a la capacité de faire tout ce qu'on veut dans ce pays, tout ce qu'on veut dans le monde et tout ce qu'on peut faire dans la Guinée aussi. Merci.
C'est Dosso Kassimou, je suis le président de la Commission africaine. Comme vous voyez, c'est vraiment une bonne soirée. Hein. C'était la montée du drapeau de la Guinée. Pour la première fois, le drapeau de la Guinée va flotter dans la rue de Broad Street ici à Newark. Vous savez, à Newark, on fait les grandes choses. Hein. Newark est plein d'histoires. Abraham Lincoln, que tout le monde connaît aujourd'hui aux États-Unis, l'ancien président qui a même s'est battu pour la liberté des Noirs, tous ici en Amérique, a sillonné ici à Newark. Donc c'est la troisième vieille cité des États-Unis. Donc en tant que président, c'est un honneur d'honorer chaque pays africain, d'essayer un peu de rehausser l'Afrique. Vous voyez l'Afrique, tout ce concept de l'Afrique, c'est les guerres, la famine. Les gars ne connaissent pas vraiment trop ce que l'Afrique a comme potentialité. Je pense que c'est une opportunité de rehausser l'Afrique. Le drapeau guinéen qui flotte, c'est une première fois que le drapeau guinéen flotte. Vous voyez les Guinéens, combien de fois ils sont heureux. Pour la Commission africaine, en fait, c'est une jeune organisation. Il y a à peine 3 ans, elle a été créée. Et l'objectif vraiment, c'est de redynamiser la valeur culturelle africaine d'abord. Rassembler les Africains de tous côtés, se battre aussi politiquement, socialement et culturellement pour que l'Afrique soit reconnue. Et on se bat pour tout. Hein. La dernière fois, on s'est battu pour que le Libéria, il y avait au moins quelque chose de 36 000 Libériens qui devaient être déportés. La Commission a lutté pour qu'ils restent, pour que Obama signe une lettre, pour que leur mandat et statut soient repoussés. Donc, on a besoin de tous les Africains, parce qu'au fait, aux États-Unis ici, c'est un nouveau monde. Les États-Unis, c'est notre pays, c'est notre peuple, en fait. Vous voyez, les États-Unis n'est pas comme l'Afrique, la politique africaine où on se tue dessus, tout ça. Ici, c'est une diversité très importante. Mais ça dépend de toi. Si les Africains n'arrivent pas à s'unir, à comprendre que la politique américaine, elle est différente de la politique africaine, il n'y a plus rien de les Africains. Personnellement, chacun est mieux. Chacun travaille, chacun son boulot, chacun sa connaissance. Mais si on veut parler de l'Afrique globalement, des Africains de la diaspora globalement, il va falloir qu'on transcende sur cette petite partenariat de partis, de pays, de voir l'Afrique en gros. Et c'est là qu'on va gagner. J'étais invité à la Maison Blanche pour une réunion. Mais quand je suis sorti de la Maison Blanche, tout ce que j'ai appris, c'est qu'on a beaucoup à faire. Et ça m'a donné beaucoup de courage de continuer de mobiliser les Africains pour qu'ils viennent, pour qu'on ait une voix à la diaspora. Et c'est ça que l'Afrique sera bien vue. Si on ne montre pas la valeur culturelle africaine, parler de l'Afrique, mais qui va parler de l'Afrique à notre insu? Donc voilà un peu ce qui nous anime. Et chaque fois, c'est un pays qu'on honore. L'année dernière, on a honoré la Côte d'Ivoire. Cette année, comme d'habitude, le pays le pays a été blessé un peu. Donc, ça n'est pas dit qu'on ne va pas montrer le drapeau de la Côte d'Ivoire. Moi, je suis ivoirien. Donc, vous voyez, l'année prochaine, mais c'est pas possible. Hein. On va fermer la mairie. On va fermer la mairie dehors comme dedans, avec les Ivoiriens. Drapeau ivoirien, orange, blanc, vert va flotter ici. Mais c'est une fierté d'être le Ivoirien, mais aussi en tant que président de la Commission africaine, je représente toute l'Afrique. Et bon, ça, vraiment, je remercie beaucoup Ivoire TV d'être venu, parce que Ivoire TV est vraiment un partenaire très sûr, hein. Vous avez été partenaire très sûr de la Commission depuis la création. Ivoire TV était ici le 18 janvier en 2008. Ivoire TV était ici. Et ils sont encore là. Chaque fois qu'on fait un événement important, Ivoire TV est là. Bon, franchement, c'est un honneur. Hein. C'est un honneur d'avoir Ivoire TV. Et on arrive vraiment à nous faire voir, à nous faire connaître et puis balancer nos objectifs. Merci beaucoup.
De m'avoir donné cette opportunité. Et mes impressions sont très bonnes parce que nous avons vu que c'est une jeune fille guinéenne de la diaspora qui n'est pas née à Conakry, qui a grandi aux États-Unis et qui fait voir aujourd'hui la Guinée dans toutes ses dimensions politiques, économiques, culturelles, sociales, le manger, tout ce qui revient à la Guinée comme culture, comme acquis. C'est une très grande bonne impression et nous espérons que tous les jeunes Guinéens de la diaspora vont suivre cet exemple pour que notre pays soit au rendez-vous des grands pays. Nous ne sommes pas un petit pays, la Guinée est un grand pays, riche et très beau, convoité par les grandes puissances. Pourquoi nous, Guinéens, nous ne pouvons pas ensemble, dans l'union, dans la fraternité, la réconciliation et l'unité nationale, faire de notre pays ce havre de paix que la Guinée, que tous les Guinéens cherchent aujourd'hui. Donc, c'est un très grand plaisir pour moi de représenter l'ambassadeur Blair Chérif, ambassadeur de la République de Guinée aux États-Unis d'Amérique, ici aujourd'hui, et d'avoir l'opportunité de rencontrer des sénateurs, des commissionnaires de cette cité, et surtout de voir l'engouement de la communauté guinéenne ici à Newark, aujourd'hui présente ici. Vraiment. Merci.
Bonsoir, je m'appelle Souleymane Diallo, je suis le président de Poital-Pimental, section New York. Je suis vraiment très content, très heureux d'être ici ce soir à Newark, New Jersey, pour la montée des couleurs de la nation guinéenne. C'est une première sur le territoire américain. Et la fierté est non seulement que c'est mon pays qui est sur le plateau, mais aussi c'est une de nos compatriotes qui s'est battue pour que cet événement ait lieu. L'autre chose qui m'a rendu vraiment fier est que de voir un pays aussi puissant que les États-Unis permettre des libertés de ce genre, qu'un drapeau d'un pays différent flotte à un endroit qui n'est pas l'ambassade de ce pays-là même. C'est vraiment un honneur, une fierté, et grand merci à l'Amérique, grand merci à tous ceux qui sont venus ici ce soir, grand merci à vous.
My name is Mariama Siri Keita. I'm an African born in the United States. I'm Guinean American, that's what I call myself. I will say that this is an amazing, fantastic event. I am familiar with the Africa Commission, and as a former White House intern that's very passionate about, pushing African interest and African voice, it's great to see that we're celebrating Guinea. I think Guinea is at a critical point right now in history. But we have to be very careful and not allow our past to catch up with our future. I think ethnicity in the United States is all about race. In Guinea right now, it's about ethnic division. There's one Guinea, there's one Republic of Guinea. My father's Susu, my mom's American. My father's Muslim, my mom is Christian. So I grew up in a family where unification and reconciliation works. So if it can work in my home, it could definitely work in Guinea. And I think this is great. I think we need to expand this conversation and this dialogue, and I'm excited to see where this goes. But I'm definitely an African who's passionate about Guinea and dedicated to the cause of really taking our country to the next level.
Je suis le marketing directeur à Miss Guinée USA. Cette année, notre événement est le 24 décembre au Bronx. J'aimerais que toute la Guinée et toute l'Afrique viennent nous supporter, parce que nous sommes des jeunes Guinéens qui font ça. Et pratiquement, on veut avancer l'Afrique par nos vues à nous-mêmes, en quelque sorte. C'est Fatima Baldé, Fatima Diallo, Aïcha Diallo. Okay. Nous sommes tous les membres de Miss Guinée USA. Okay.
It is a great event. It's a great achievement. For the first time, we have the Guinean flag raised in the City Hall of Newark. It went well. With seeing all the culture that went on here, having all the team members of Guinea USA and having Miss Guinea New Jersey, she did a very good job. Really, we are proud of her.
Vous l'avez découvert ici. Encore artistes que vous avez découverts.
Ivoire TV. Ivoire TV.